Good afternoon, Rotarians, guests, and friends. Welcome to the Rotary Club of Pleasanton. Nice. All right. Brad, would you like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Flag, which is over by the screen. Recite the pledge to the greatest country in the world that never known. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
So thank you. You may be seated. And thanks everybody. As you all know, this is our first time here. And so there's a little bit of learning curve, and thanks for your patience and understanding, and we'll get there. All right, Ricky.
Do we care next, Gary? What?
We care,
Julio.
Julio,
Yep.
hello. Julio. There he is. We care. Oh, and then Debbie and PGS keeping city of Pleasanton clean. All right, and we miss your dad.
Ready for Rotary song?
All right.
Hello there, fellow Rotarians. Today's song is Rotary We Care. Are you ready? Here we go. Someone needs a helping hand. We care, we care. Could be home or foreign land. We care, we care. Rotary here and everywhere. We work hard and we play fair. We are Rotary through and through, and we love good things to do. We are Rotary, me and you, and we care. Come on! Someone needs a helping hand. We care. Could be home or foreign land. We care. Rotary here and everywhere. We work hard and we play fair. We are Rotary through and through, and we love good things to do. We are Rotary, me and you, and we care. We care. Yeah.
God bless Don, and thank you, Julie Lewis, for being with us. All right, Mr. Bill Wheeler.
Greetings, everyone. Honored to be here today. Our birthday. Chino actually sent me a text and said, "Will, what to me on Thursday for the inspiration?" I think I was drinking because I was in Las Vegas. That's what I do when I go there. And I said, yes. And yesterday I woke up and I need the inspiration. When Dennis did a great deal last week where he kind of honored our people in the club. And really, as I look around, it's just a time of inspiration. I remember Don Lewis inspiration right there, right? We just became called outside in the morning. Julie, welcome here today and be here with us. We just have so many opportunities to use inspiration in our lives. Coach Lewis is a local. He, you can see, born without arms and legs, but is a functioning and actually a very popular coach. And he's done a great job. Here's his story. Hope you enjoy it. Hope it inspires you as it inspired me.
Come on! Keep it going, Panthers! I never thought I would be getting to this position. Think about the end result. Think about the fourth quarter. Panthers, nobody outworks us, Panthers! I've always been passionate about football. So I think that's what really carried me on along the way in my journey was my passion for the sport. Ready, set, hit! Who says I can't is an original statement for myself to always just, be determined, stay hungry, I guess, in life. It first actually came from a friend challenged me in an 8th grade dance, and oh, you can't go out there and dance, with that girl. I turned around and said, oh yeah, who says I can't? It always kept me hungry, and I love when, the kids always say nobody, and it's true. Nobody but yourself can hold yourself back, and that's what I've realized over the years. Hurry, 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 hurry. It's only natural to never give up, and I've always been like that ever since I was young. And I guess, just with my nurturing from my parents, as well as my determination to be successful in life, and with all the doubts too, along the way, that's made me more hungry, I guess, along the way to really just be accomplishing in football and the career of coaching. And I've always wanted to be a head coach.
When I met him, he blew me away, his personality. As he approached, I didn't know how he could be a football coach, but as soon as I met him, I spoke with him, the chair disappeared. And I saw in front of me a man that loved football, a man that loved kids, and I just knew he was the right man for the job.
Well, he's an inspiration to all of us. He knew his offense, he knows his X's and O's, and he brings an energy to the team, to the players, and to the rest of the coaching staff. And I loved it. I love him. He's a great guy, and I'll go to the end of the earth for him.
His mind is the greatest thing, okay? So when a person able-bodied person with limbs and so forth says they can't do something, his greatest message is, who says I can't? His presence should tell anyone, if you're paying attention, your mind is a very powerful thing. The positiveness of your mind can get you to do unbelievable things, unbelievable feats, and that's what he does.
Yeah! The one thing I want people to see is just how hard work pays off. I think just me showing people that I can, accomplish my goal, which is still not really, completely fulfilled yet. I definitely want to be, a varsity head coach, if not advanced in the college career or in the NFL. But I hope Who Says I Can't will show people that, being happy with who you are, and hopefully, they really understand the true meaning of it, which is, believing in yourself. I've always been someone to not be afraid of failure. Be bold and fail, be bold and fail, be bold and succeed. That's just natural in life, to be bold and just try things in life. And eventually you'll come across your passion.
Here is really the fact that we all make goals and we all want to make sure we're going to take care of it. But then we make excuses, right? We all have excuses that we couldn't do. And when I see inspirations like this, it really makes me feel like, what excuse could I possibly have that I couldn't achieve my goal or where I wanted to see? It's just a reminder for that. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you, Bill. And special thanks to all of you, Julio Leong, Steve Van Dorn, Kathy Alameda, greeters, treasurer, and so many of you, Ricky Walters, you need a loan, call Ricky. You keep us in on our IT and internet and hybrid meetings, so thank you, Ricky. All right, then visiting Rotarians, we'll get the guests. I think we'll hit the guests when we get our programs because we have a lot of guests today. But visiting Rotarians, there's at least one, the man that needs no introduction. Who would like to introduce him? Say hello, Bob.
Any other visiting Rotarians in the room? So guests of Rotarians. I have one. This is my good friend, James White. If you ever thought about doing a murder mystery party, this guy dies like the best ever death at a murder mystery party. And it's something to behold. You have to see it. But anyway, good friend, and he's already put in an application to our club. James White, you want to say hello? Make sure it's.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. All right. And a sweetheart of mine, I think it's like 40 years and married, it'd be 37 in September. My beautiful wife, Phoebe. Okay, so Tom Fox, great to have you back from Philippines, Rotoplast. So ready to you come up?
We do have Gary also on.
Well, we got,
Gary?
oh, Gary, you, good job, Ricky. I didn't know if we're gonna get the hybrid. Gary,
Say hello, Gary.
Hello, good to see everybody. Looks like a great new location. I can't wait to try the food there.
good to have you with us. Okay, Tom, you wanna?
I'm not gonna take much time today, but I did just get back from Cebu in the Philippines with a rotoplast trip for cleft palate and cleft lip correction. And we were successfully operating on 71 children this time. I think he's got a couple pictures, but I'll do more later on that. But it was a great mission. We all got back safe. And my wife Susie was able to go with me this time. And also Steve Brzezowski. Steve is now treasurer of Rotoplast on the board and doing a lot of work, and he handles the medical records when we go on one of these trips. So always glad to get back and always glad to have the opportunity to go on the next one. Thank you.
Thank you. Bob, do you wanna yell or do you wanna? Bryce Nash is with you on the third Thursday. Did you wanna? Yell it out or?
Could you repeat that on the mic for everyone?
So we'll be here next, on our third Thursday, we'll be here. The new bar and restaurant
Not for lunch.
for third Thursday, yes. I think everybody knows what and when, but we'll send out an email. All right, student of the month. Sure.
Rotary, and we're here to figure out if people actually know what Rotary is. Tell me, what is Rotary?
A rotary phone?
No.
Chicken.
It's not a rotary phone or a rotisserie chicken.
Tell me, what is Rotary?
Is it when you get a document stamp?
You've been rotorized.
Let me ask you this. What do you think of when you hear Rotary?
Well, I'll tell you what I think. You go and you all over, and then your toilet gets clogged, so then you have to call the rooter guy.
Do you know what Rotary is?
Is it like a club?
Yes, it's like a club. Do you know what kind of club?
I picture a bunch of old stuffy men sitting around smoking cigars, drinking scotch.
They're better for you.
Harry
Now let's ask some actual Rotarians what Rotary truly is.
When I first moved to the area, I didn't know a lot of people, and I didn't have many friends. But then, when I joined Rotary, I gained friends, a community, and even a family.
To me, Rotary is about being part of our community. Rotary has contributed over $500,000 to places like our local zoo.
It's things like this playground. There was nothing here before. And now it's something everyone can enjoy.
My favorite part of Rotary is learning something new every week, straight from the top leaders in our community. I go to Rotary feeling stressed out from work and leave feeling energized and empowered.
Rotary is about impact on a local, national, and global scale. Like this ballpark for children with special needs. And helping new Americans learn English in this classroom. Oh yeah, and did I mention that Rotary is working around the world on thousands of projects, such as eradicating polio and providing clean drinking water for millions of people. Rotary is where friends, neighbors, and problem solvers share ideas, join leaders, and take action to create lasting change. To find out more, visit fmrotaryclubs.org.
Thank you. And thank Gary and Nancy Harrington for their work with the WASH projects, clean water and women's health. Thank you, guys. All right, student of the month, come on up.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of our club, we are going to congratulate the student of the month for January and February from Amador. For January, we have Melvin Johnson. Come up here. Yeah. So I would like the principal, Mr. Fay, to give a brief introduction about him, and after that, we are going to give him a certificate and a check.
Right. So last time we did some recognitions of students, we focused on seniors, and this time I thought that we would get some of our freshmen who are going to be our future leaders at our school. And so these two students that we're recognizing for January and February have really stood out to me and stood out to their teachers with regards to their own personableness, as well as their attention to their academics and also responsibility. So Melvin is so I asked some teachers to provide me some information. Melvin is conscientious. He's a joy to have in class, and he's a problem solver. He stays on top of his studies, and he's very engaged in lessons and his overall learning. Plus, he's funny and a great conversationalist. Melvin is a kiddo that also always gives positive words of encouragement to his peers before his assessments and in some of his classes. It's impossible to not notice this glowing face of his and bubbly energy when he gifts his positivity to those around him. He has silly fist bumps with one of his teachers that she's fallen for many times and loves it. He's always very good spirits and has a large network of peers that he supports as well as supports him. So we're really proud and honored to be able to recognize Melvin Johnson. And for the month of February, Mr. Joe Grubbs, come on up. You're going to find some similarities with regards to what's made these guys stand out to our staff as well as to myself. Joe is the best. He's very academically focused and has a good sense of humor and takes responsibility when he misses a quiz or a test. He always lets his teachers know before he's going to miss something, and then when he schedules it, he follows through with it and takes that responsibility. Joe's a hard worker. He's friendly. He's respectful. He's insightful, and a pleasure to have in the classroom. He takes pride in his work and has an innate desire to do well. His character is noticed by his outside teachers as well as by me. You can trust him. He's honest and he has integrity, and he is always smiling, especially even on cardio day. Yes, all freshmen take PE and they have cardio day. He's a problem solver, plus he's funny and he's a great conversationalist. We're very, very proud to recognize Joe Grubbs.
Thank you. All right, next up, Larry Hannes, insurance broker, and Deanne Amario, real estate team. Come on up for our program.
Well, good afternoon, fellow Rotarians and most welcome guests, and especially our Spirit Run sponsors. We are so pleased and proud and appreciative of your support and participation in our major fundraiser for 29 years and going on 30 this coming fall. in the interest of time for one of our sponsors, I do want to recognize first a in-kind sponsor that has been supporting us for 30 years, behind the scenes, providing us with every behind the scene necessity we have, and especially allowing us to store our Rotary stuff, for lack of a better word, at their storage yard for all these many, many years, in addition to everything else they've done, whether it be money, in-kind donorships, containers, and whatever else we needed, they would give gladly. Secondarily, we would like to extend our sincerest condolences to Gina's father, Bob, who was a member of our club and a very gracious and a great man here in the city of Pleasanton for decades and decades. So please help me welcome Pleasant Garbage Service. Take all your time you need. I'm serious.
Okay, well, so thank you very much. Thank you for the, thank you for our award. Appreciate that. As you know, yes, what Larry said, my dad's, we've always been here we've been here in Pleasanton since 1969. And the community was always first and foremost with him. And I think many of you are aware of that just by your doings with my dad. We're going to continue that, so never fear. The legacy continues. But thank you very much, and we'll keep storing your stuff. I'm surprised somewhere I didn't find there was a fee for that, because you know my dad was all about the fee, right? But thank you for letting us be first, because we have an important call with the state today. Recycling, calorie cycle, we have to go talk to. So Debbie and I are going to sneak out, but congratulations to everyone else, and thank you very much.
So before we get to our next sponsor, I would just like to very sincerely thank our sponsorship committee, who was responsible for reaching out to convince these sponsors that it was a worthwhile investment they were making. It first started out after COVID, of course, in 2021, where Brad Hurst was the chairman of the sponsorship committee, and he really kicked things off. So Brad, thank you very much in 2021. Did a wonderful job. Subsequently, just like Bill Wheeler, I got a call from Gino a couple of days ago as well, who couldn't make the meeting. Gino Ashley was the chairman of the sponsorship committee this year, couldn't make the meeting today, so he asked me to pinch hit. In addition to Gino as being chairman of the sponsorship committee, we had a kind of a very shy person, kind of stands behind the scenes by the name of Deanna DeMario, who Mario, Ariana DeMario, Deanna DeMario, who was is the Jesus, can I have another wine, please? Anyway, Deanna is a real bulldog, and she goes out and she gets people and she follows through with what she says. So Deanna, thank you very, very much. She did a great job. And also Jim Gulseth is on the committee and has been on the committee for years. So Jim, thank you very much as well if he's here. So that being said, if it wasn't for this committee and if it wasn't for your sponsorships, we just could not do the good deeds that we do throughout the year. And I will be itemizing those as the afternoon progresses. But at this point in time, I would like to sincerely announce and bring up and introduce and thank our major sponsorship. Let's give it up for John Sensabaugh. You're the man.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. And I want to extend my thanks to Anna DeMario as well. Thank you, Deanna. You're not going to live that down. It's going to be around for a while. You know, we've been fortunate to be able to. Am I not blocking the camera? Am I just blocking them from my face? To be involved with the Spirit Run for a long time. For many years, my kids' Father's Day gift was to get up with me at 4:30 in the morning and go downtown and do the Spirit Run. And they still talk about that. There's pictures all over our house of them in their volunteer shirts, doing whatever they did that particular day. A lot of times they were out on the route, working the stations. But it's what a great community event it is, and I'm so lucky to be associated with this club and with everything that people do in this club. And I want to thank Ricky and Gary, who took the mantle this year. That's a lot of work to keep our club going, and I'm not involved in that. So there's many of you that I don't even know about that are doing that. I really appreciate it. Tom, I was tired when you said the Philippines. I don't know how you can do the things that you do and have done for so many years. I'm just so blessed to be associated with this group. So thank you for this, and thank you for applause, but that all I did was sign a check. The real work has been done by the people. Yeah. But I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Over the years, I estimate that Sensible San Filippo has contributed over $150,000 as a major sponsor to our club. So your accolades are well deserved and well earned. Thank you again, John. Our next sponsor is a young man who is a member of our Rotary Club and does more than you could ever imagine in his own quiet, resourceful, productive way. So productive, he even got his wife to be a sponsor of the Spirit Run. So please help me welcome Leong Studios and Julio Leong.
Thank you. Like everybody knows, I mean, there's so much we thank the club, our members, the officers that run the club, and for the event. Larry's leadership, a lot of work, and the team that he led to make this a success again. So Amy and I are very appreciative of what all of these efforts are contributing to the good causes that we have dedicated ourselves doing every year. So instead of you thanking me, we thank you.
Yeah, I would like to remind the club that if you liked the run the last year, then yes, I was the chairman. If you did not like the run, then I was not the chairman. So just to make that clear. Next sponsor is a lifetime giver, donor, sponsor, all around wonderful person. And thank you very much for that award. I appreciate it. No. Anyway, this woman just is really the epitome of the Spirit Run. She was a co-chair for many, many years. Her company is sponsored every year, and she is, as well as her co-partner, which I will introduce next, are really the heart and the soul of Spirit Run. So please help me welcome and thank Kathy Alameda of Salmon Yang Alameda.
Thank you. Thank you, Deanna. I thought he was going to say Deanna Mario. Until he got about the few years of helping out. The reason I love this group so much and what we do at the Spirit Run is because every one of the Rotarians participates. Every one of our members participate in the Spirit Run. Yes, we have a group of people that are the administrators who are managing the project, but it's every one of you that do a great job. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
And the next sponsor that I am very pleased to introduce is the equal of Kathy Alameda, who I just talked about. Just service above self, and that's who she is. Please help me welcome Heritage Bank
Retired from there.
and I'm not done yet, and Aziz Papal. Is Aziz in? Okay, thank you, Aziz. And Marjorie Wong Gilmore, of course, was his predecessor, but I would like to introduce Aziz and thank Aziz for your sponsorship and contribution. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I want to thank everyone. I am new to Heritage Bank, and want to thank Marjorie for involving us part of this great event. So I want to thank everyone here. Appreciate it.
The next sponsor is relatively new to the Rotary community, but has really jumped in feet first and has shown people how to do good and have fun. And on behalf of Clark Kent, I'd like to thank Deanna R. Mario of our Mario Homes for her sponsorship. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll give myself my award. But I just want to say that I just feel so blessed to be a part of this group and love how much everyone wants to give back. And it's really helped me, push and help, others and encourage other people to be a part of this group and help others as well. So thank you so much for all the support.
Thank you, Deanna. The next sponsor is, again, another person that has been working, sponsoring behind the scenes for literally decades. His company was the major sponsor of the Spirit Run for 3, 4, 5 years back in the day, as they say. And without people like that who supported us then, we could not be where we are now. So on behalf of the Rotary Club of Pleasanton, I want to thank and present to you Brian Gentry of Fremont Bank. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. The bank is proud to be involved for all these years. And as he said, we were a major sponsor a long time ago. And so continuing, we provide the water bottles and we've been a cash sponsor as well. And my kids, like John's, they used to come and help and also to run in the race too. So it's been a long time and a lot of fun. Thank you.
Our next major sponsor has been a member of our Rotary Club for literally decades, and again, has been very participatory and behind the scenes, doing a lot of things that you may or may not be aware of. He literally saved my bacon when I was the chair of the run a year ago, and his company has always been a major sponsor to our Spirit Run. Please thank and welcome Eric Martin.
Like the rest of you, I'm happy to be enjoy being part of the group and just appreciate you letting us be involved and do what we all do together, and just glad to be doing it with you guys. So thanks.
The next sponsor is relatively new to me, and maybe to some of you in Pleasant as well. But we appreciate the new relationship, and we hope that we have convinced you enough with what we do for the city of Pleasanton and our general activities that you will again participate in the future runs we have. So please help me welcome PNC Bank and Angie Quinnan. Oh, you're Angie. Oh, I just had lunch. I just had lunch with her. Oh. Thanks.
You're welcome. Well, I wasn't expecting this, so now I know why Deanna invited me. But no, I'm super impressed so far. This is my first sponsorship, my first time at the meeting, and yeah, I'm gonna join. I love it.
Oh, hi, Nancy. Welcome back. Nancy, yeah, hi. Yeah, nice to see you. Welcome back. Oh, okay. Next sponsor is relatively new to our sponsorship, I believe, as well. I had the pleasure of having lunch with him today, as well as Angie, who I didn't know what her last name was. But we are very pleased to have some fresh blood and new sponsorships on board here. And we hope we have convinced you of what we do locally and internationally as well. Please welcome Jordan of Specialty Inspections, Real Estate Investment Inspection Company. Thank you so much.
So yeah, as you said, this is our first time sponsoring the event. Seems like a great organization. We look forward to doing it again in the future. And thank you to Deanna for bringing us into this. So, thank you very much.
Before we get to our next sponsor. Oh, gee, I have a half an hour. Gee, are you guys ready for a half an hour? Are you guys ready? Just so the sponsors know what their money is going toward. First of all, everything we do in this Rotary Club has no overhead expenses. Every dollar that you contribute, 100% of that, well, minus my 10%, 100% of that goes to the project that we're working on. 100%. It's been like that since July 17th, 1965, long before I was ever born. No. But so 4-way test, okay. Hide that sign, will you? Okay. But anyway, just so that you sponsors, and particularly you new sponsors, understand what our club does. Over the last, 60 years, we've contributed almost $1 million to scholarships for high school students wanting to go to a higher education, almost $1 million. We've sponsored over $275,000 for wheelchairs to be distributed basically in Latin America in the last 23 years. Our most recent international project has been a project called WASH, championed by the Harringtons, of which our club, in coordination with other Rotary clubs and Rotary International, is providing safe drinking water and sanitary facilities of people in Africa. It's a big project. It's going to be bigger because that's the only way the Harringtons do it is big. And so thank you for doing that. Additionally, some of the other beneficiaries of the community that we've given to are organizations such as Agape Villages, ARC of Alameda County, the Assistance League of Amador Valley, Access Community Health, Boy Scout Troop 911, City Serve of the Tri-Valley, and City of Pleasanton, particularly in the Firehouse Arts Center, again, sponsored in part by the Harringtons. I'll mention more as we go along, but it's important for us, our Rotary members, to make sure that the sponsors realize of the magnitude of the organizations and diversity of the organizations that your money is going toward. So thank you very much. I'm going to proceed with our next sponsor. Our next sponsor has been a sponsor in kind and in every other way that you can imagine, going through crunch time of the Saturday before the run on the registration. Please help me welcome Fleet Feet and Jedi Bolds. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Thank you guys for having us here and including Fleet Feet. Just like you guys, we're really about community. So we just really appreciate being a part of this and we look forward to the future. Thank you.
And before our next sponsor, I just would like to mention a couple other organizations that we give to. They are the Culinary Angels, the Down Syndrome Connection, East Bay Holocaust Education Center, Friends of Pleasanton Senior Center, the Go Green Initiative, Goodness Village, Hively, formerly Child Care Links for you old timers, Hope Hospice, and the Museum on Main Street, and there are more to come. But next, I'd like to introduce our next sponsor. And that is Marissa Franks from Amos Productions. Is she here? Here she is. Thank you so much.
Hi there, thank you for having me today. We were one of the sponsors for the Spirit Run. It was a great event. I loved it. We provided all the sound and the mic. So as you guys were starting to run, we had the music playing and we look forward to this year's event. Thank you.
Thank you.
Couple of the other organizations that we support this year and every year is Open Heart Kitchen, Pause in Need, Pleasanton Cultural Arts Council, Pleasanton Military Families, Pleasanton Partners in Education. So a couple more sponsorships. PPIA, Steve McCoy Thompson, who is retired from there, isn't here either. So the next recipient, this poor guy, this guy met me, I don't know, 35 years ago on the racquetball court, And you know how you have easy games, you have tough games, you're kind of chit-chatting back and forth and you're talking trash. And so here we are, Fred and I are talking trash 35 years ago, and we're having a great time. And lo and behold, 15 years ago, he joins our club and has a great business downtown, Workbench True Value Hardware. And he still hasn't beat me in racquetball, but that's another story. We won't talk about that. But anyway, Fred, on behalf of the Rotary Club of Pleasanton, thank you so much for your sponsorship. Good help.
I have long since given up racquetball, but I understand that Larry's still playing, so I'll have to get ready for a rematch. And we really enjoy doing the Spirit Run every year and having the facility. So thanks.
The next sponsor is the in-kind sponsor as well. And again, he's been in town for almost as long as I have, but contributed a lot more than I have in town, I'm sure. And when the publicity committee works with him, he and his staff are so patient and has been donating his printing services for literally decades. And we appreciate it so much. We tell him that, but we can't tell him enough because we're so appreciative of what he does for us. Please thank and welcome Wayne Yaw of Alpha Omega Printing. Thank you, Wayne.
I'll be very, very brief. I am a visiting Rotarian, by the way. I have 37 years with Pleasant North Rotary, the other Rotary Club. But the thanks ought to really go to my son Darren and my wife Pam. All I do is just sit back and let them do their thing. But it's always been a pleasure to support the Spirit Run over the years. And again, I'll continue to do it till the day I retire. So thank you very much.
Thank you again, Wayne. A couple more of the organizations that we contribute to. Pleasanton Unified School Districts and their individual schools and clubs. Pleasanton Veterans Memorial. The Rotary Rotoplast International, of which you heard Tom Fox, who this guy is a saint. He goes around the world for 2 weeks at a time, immediately changing the lives of kids through their cleft palate operations. It's amazing, Tom, wherever you are. Yeah. And additionally, we donate to the Sandra J. Wing Healing Therapies Foundation, Senior Support Program of the Tri-Valley, Shepherd's Gate, Sleep in Heavenly Peace, Stanford Health Valley Care, and Sunflower Hill. So, let's see. We have another sponsor, which we are very happy to have with us. And I think I probably told John Sensible when he came up here the first time to take all the time that he wants. You don't have all the time that you want this time, but John Sensible is representing Stanford Healthcare. So thank you, Stanford Healthcare. Thank you very much, John. Going.
That looks like I got 20 minutes. Thank you. This time I don't have to hold it up, right? Yeah, thanks. First time I was up here, I meant to thank the folks who are working here today. This is the first time we've been here. You guys have been fantastic. I mean, the service is really, wow. Thank you very much. And I will be very quick. I'll just say that I've been on the board at Stanford for, I think it's 15 years now, and chaired it for the last 12 or 13. One of the things that, it's a really high paying job. But one of the things that I do get to do is to help the community. And I know people in this room have called me when you've had issues. I know that the phone system is still a source of frustration for people. If there's something that you can offer me that I can take back and help make better with our health system here in the Tri-Valley, that would be a gift to me, because that's one of the few things that I get to do is to help people in the community. So please don't ever hesitate to call if there's something that can be improved, or if you're having a problem in some way with the healthcare system, give me a call. I'll be happy to help. And Stanford is proud to be in the community and proud to sponsor. Thanks, Larry.
The next major sponsor is a guy that's been in the community for a long time, and we have been supporting him many, many, many years. I'm sure, at least I have been, going down and having a beer and watching a basketball game, and putting a little sunshine in my life. So we are so appreciative of Sunshine Saloon and Bob Rossi, who's really stepped up in the last couple of years. Please welcome Bob Rossi and Sunshine Saloon. Thank you, sir.
Thank you there. Good.
My accolades to Steve Van Dorn, who called me and said, you know where you're supposed to be today? I didn't. Okay. Bill, I appreciated your thoughts with the coach and everything else, because I go back to my football days and that coach it meant a lot to me and got me to where I am today. So that opened my eyes a lot. Just listening to what all the money and everything else goes to the Spirit Run and how it goes out into the community and to the world, basically, is very impressive. And we're very happy to be part of this thing here. And our goal this year is to kind of kick up the ante from last year and move forward. Okay, well, there we go. Yeah, as long as he doesn't come bring my neck. Great, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
The last series of organizations I'd like to talk to you about that are the recipients of our philanthropy are Tri-Valley Convoy of Hope, Tri-Valley Haven, Tri-Valley Reach, and the Valley Humane Society. So as you can see, there's a long list of people and organizations that we contribute to every year, but we couldn't do it without the sponsorships. We simply couldn't do it. So you sponsors you're our lifeblood of giving 100% of whatever you deem we deserve to give to other people. You're our lifeblood. So hopefully you feel like we are delivering on our concern to humanity and that you can help us, because we contribute a lot also individually and collectively, but we need sponsorships as well. And we just hope that you feel we're giving you a bang for your buck in our particular events. The last series of sponsors that I would like to thank. Margie, did you have a? Oh, yes, I'm going to include him. Yeah. Margie, you knew I was perfect. Did you have to? You knew that, Margie. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've had my back to Gary Alt all day. I know. How you doing, Gary? I haven't forgotten about you, buddy.
And I'm used to you having your back. All day.
Anything else you'd like to say, Marjorie? Oh, okay. Just thought I'd ask. So, some of our other major and lesser sponsors are major to begin with is Gary Alt from Monterey Wealth, Monterey Wealth. And thank you for joining, and a past president of our club. And if I'm not mistaken, I played racquetball against you too, Gary, didn't I?
You have to keep bringing that up, don't you, Larry?
So, Gary, thank you very much. You'd like to say a few things?
No, everything's been said already. I just do want to add to that, though. Being a part of Rotary has been some of the best friendships I've had in my lifetime. So it's just great to be associated with all of you, the new members and the guests. I hope you stick around for a long time. I just looked it up. I'm on my 18th year of Rotary, but being a part of that Spirit Run has been one of my greatest memories. And so I look forward to being there bright and early every morning. So thank you for the opportunity to serve and to be a part of the organization. A lot of fun.
Thank you, Gary Alt. You still have 15 minutes. We do have more important issues, and that is to thank other sponsors, all of which are very important. I would like to thank Bill Burke, a mile marker sponsor. Bill Burke, are you here? Thank you so much. I'd like to thank Brad Hurst, a mile marker sponsor as well. Well, no, they were wonderful sponsors, but the ink ran out. Wayne Yaw's printer went dry, and so we don't have plaques there. Tom Fox, of course, was a mile marker sponsor. Well, huh?
certificates.
Oh, we do? Oh, gosh, I'm no longer perfect, Marjorie. I don't know. Okay, we do have a plaque for Bill Burke and for Brad Hurst, yes. Bill, would you please come up? Thank you, Bill. I used to play racquetball too, remember back in the day?
Think you finally got him.
Oh, yeah. Too bad we were playing to 9. And some of the other sponsors that we'd like to thank very much are past presidents of our Rotary Club, Jim Golseth, Gary Alt, Bill Evans, Nancy Meyer, and Larry Hannes, all who gave donations as well. So let's thank them. A couple of the people may just. St. Curry. Oh, thank you. Oh.
Realize that.
Deanna, do you have any more plaques? Phoebe, I didn't ask for any editorials here, Phoebe. Phoebe, okay, let's just go. Who else do we have plaques for? Deanna? Huh? Oh, for Tom? Okay, I didn't know we had plaques for them. I'm very sorry. It's Deanna's fault. She didn't say that. Yeah, yeah, right. Wayne got so right. Thank you. Yes. Sorry, Wayne. Who else do we have plaques for, Deanna?
Business technology.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Mark Danis. Thank you so much. No, I'm not gonna give this one. That's no, that's no, I'm not gonna give one to Mike Hostman. No, I'm just not. Okay. Okay. So we have one for Mike Hosterman. Mike, I don't know what you did, Mike, but you pulled a couple strings again, That's just the way you work. It's the way you roll, Mike, Well, that must have been it. Oh, I should have known it was in kind. It wasn't monetary. It was in kind. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Should I give him the microphone? No, I don't think so.
I did not do the barbecue by myself. In fact, I didn't know how to barbecue. I had a lot of help. And trying to remember who it was that helped me. Bob Brown? Is Bob Brown around? Anyway, he did a great job. He taught me how to shop at Costco and get the right kind of chicken and the right kind of tri-tip. And then he taught me how to do the barbecue. And I think we all had a great time afterwards. I think we had about 50 people show up for the barbecue. So we'll do it again next year.
Take that.
Thank you very much, Mike. It really was fun. Thank you. So your sponsors, you can see that we are a volunteer organization. You get what you pay for. So I'm a little bit discombobulated now, but in any event, we are very sincere in our thanks to you. The next one that I've forgotten, it wasn't on my list, I have to say, so it's probably someone else's fault. It's someone else's fault. I'm not going to take the fall for this one. It's someone else's fault. But this person here is, again, a behind the scenes person that we hope we never use. Kind of like an insurance agent, Yeah. We hope you never use that. But this guy has donated his time every year for many years. And He happens to be related to John Sensabaugh, so please thank Clay Sensabaugh, John's son, for providing the EMT services for our spirit run. John, you can have all the time you want, John, all the time you want. Uh-oh, you feel the hook coming? Okay. Yeah, and it's so nice to see Nancy Meyer back. She's been under the weather for a while, and it's so nice to see you back. And we have a plaque for you as well. So thank you for your donation to the Spirit Run. Nancy, would you please come up? Yeah, nice seeing you. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much. This is wonderful to see. I haven't seen this many laughing faces in years, so I need to come back, don't you think? I love it. Thank you.
Oh, excuse me. Did you want to make the? Oh, I see. And last and certainly not least, for all of our recreational fun and protection, we want to thank Captain David Swing of the Pleasant Police Department for providing the police services for us. Thank you. Huh? Chief Swing, I'm sorry. Okay. Anything else? Next Thursday is Third Thursday. And for all of you sponsors that may not know about it, we will meet every Thursday here at the Old Pleasant Hotel, Rubies and Roses from now on Thursdays, except for the third Thursday, which we rotate to different business establishments at 5 o'clock in the afternoon every third Thursday. Next Thursday is the third Thursday. We're going to be meeting here to help support Rubies and Roses in their business kickoff. You're more than welcome to join us. We'll have some more fellowship and fun and making fun of Larry, and everything will be fine. So we do invite all of our sponsors to participate in that. Yes, and part of that will be donations should you choose. Part of that will be a fundraising event for the wheelchair donation program that we have. We are hoping to go to Argentina on our next trip. It has not been confirmed, but that's kind of what we're working on. So if any of you have interest in doing that, save your pennies so that you can join the group when they're going to Argentina. Anything else? Opportunity drawing. Again, thank you so much. Thank you for your time and your efforts. We appreciate it very, very much. Thank you, Larry and Deanna. All right, opportunity drawing 083729. 729. Come on up. And if that doesn't draw the winner, if she doesn't draw 719, Kathleen's gonna win it. $36.
I got something for you.
Oh, yes. And and a tradition that the clubs had is when somebody travels, they bring a gift to the president. So this is very important. One more thing.
So President Gary, my wife and I and my brother and sister-in-law were traveling through the Panama Canal. We hit the Caribbean. We went to Costa Rica, and I picked up some very important items while I was there, and I smuggled them back to Pleasanton. A very important item that we found in Curacao was a coconut that I'm going to give you that you can utilize that. And of course, there's a very important banana that is grown in Costa Rica called Chiquita bananas. Everybody remembers the jingle, right? Chiquita, okay, all right. So here to say, okay, so there you go. So that'll keep you healthy.
What happened to the Cuban cigars? Those are legal now?
It's over my budget, sorry.
All right, Ricky. 719's the second ticket. Ricky has an announcement.
719, look at your ticket. we're about to conclude, but I wanted to just commend the club, if Bill will let me. So we've had 12 new members since the beginning of this Rotary year, and we now have I got lost in who said they were wanting to join today. Who was that back there? Yes. So she will be number 5 in our pipeline of new people. So that'll be 17 new members if all 5 of those follow through. I just want to give yourselves a hand. Way to go, Rotary Club of Pleasanton. We're growing. It's awesome.
And thank you for the potassium and milk. All right, everybody. We got one minute left over. The most valuable thing we have is our time, and thank you for coming for the extra long program, and I give you back 1 minute. Thank you.
So you don't. I actually want to hear.
For a second, but this is still a love song. Check it out. This comes from my 12 CD. We're gonna feature Marquel Jordan on this one. What's up, Marquel? What's up, Big C? What's up, Big C? How y'all feel tonight? Come on. Listen. Ain't nothing wrong tonight, 'cause I feel like singing 'cause I found my baby. She's everything I like, makes music to my life. She's making my body dance. I'm giving it one more chance. Tell you the things my heart's been feeling. Everything my love's revealing. Yeah, and I really wanna get it. Can you feel it? 'Cause I'm ready. Wanna tell the world what I'm really feeling. Yeah, I got a lot to give. Now I got somebody. To appreciate her, and you know I'm with her. You made me for her, my baby, baby girl. Can't wait till this dance is over. Break it down to something sober. It's when I get you home tonight, like till you say turn on the lights. I'm gonna make everything alright. Got a lot you feel all right? Let me ask you something. Do you feel like singing tonight? Oh, yeah. Hey, check it out. Marquel, what you got? Repeat after me, y'all. 1, 2, check it out. See, yeah, 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 yeah. See, yeah, 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 yeah.
I get that track.
See, yeah,